Arise, Ghana youth, for your country. The nation demands your devotion. Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong. We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved in building a fatherland.
This production is designed to bring into focus the essence of computerized school selection program system and to explain to the general public how it works.
The computerized school selection and placement program is a system intended to place candidates of the BEC program into senior high schools, technical or vocational schools.
It is to redress the many problems that confronted the manual selection program.
We are all involved. We are all involved.
The Ghana Education Service under the Ministry of Education is committed in helping to achieve the primary objective of the government to promote the universal basic education for every Ghanaian child and also to expand and increase access to senior high school and tertiary education in emphasizing on quality and diversification of content in the educational delivery.
Let us all unite to uphold her and make her great and strong.
The Education Service is one of the agencies, in fact the largest of the agencies of the Ministry of Education. And we have, as part of our strategic objectives, to promote quality as well as access to education.
Basic Education Division is one of the divisions of the Ghana Education Service in charge of all activities that go on in the basic schools. And it is the responsibility of the division to ensure that quality education is delivered within the basic schools in Ghana for both public and private schools. Now, for this particular role, it then means that we are very much interested in the learning that takes place within the basic schools. And one of the key indicators of measuring quality is the Basic Education Certificate Examination.
For these laudable objectives, in 1987, the government of Ghana adopted a new educational system as part of the several reforms initiated to address deficiencies in the public education system.
We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved.
One of our core functions, therefore, is to organize this exam at both the basic as well as the secondary education levels. And we have always had the WAEC in organizing the organization on behalf of GES.
Previously, we used to have the common entrance examination that was separated from the final year examination. So for now, we are using the BEC for placement and also for certification. So it looks like because it is used for placement, the BEC has become very, very competitive examination.
The concept of BECE as a two-pronged exercise is terminal or continuous. With a terminal, students have the option to learn a trade and take up various kinds of vocations after their BECE.
I like it though. Yeah, I'm a pobre. Ella Lomanan Chamatown. Ason. I am a come my town.
After my BECE, I told my parents I was interested in hairdressing. I believe this decision will benefit me in future.
And with the continuous, it means placement into senior secondary school and technical as well as vocational institutions. In the continuous placement into second cycle schools, BEC results were used by heads of senior secondary school, technical and vocational institutions to manually select and place candidates into second cycle schools. This manual system of selection and placement has for many years been a source of stress and frustration to parents, heads of schools and candidates alike.
nti Mr. Headmaster said omo me ko ho osumi ko so akwa na mete no masa na ne nkwala wo so opewe na so amfa mana ana so
for school no what's a little schools no for schools e won kan so
These discrepancies and public dissatisfaction of the manual system prompted the government of Ghana to correct and bring lasting solution to these challenges. So a new policy was adopted to computerize the selection and placement to replace the manual system of placing candidates into senior high and technical as well as vocational institutions.
The GES Council in 2003 decided to change the manual system of selection by heads of senior high schools and technical institutes to the computerized system. This decision became necessary because under the manual system, candidates could not choose schools from different regions because selection was done on the same day and time in each of the 10 regions of Ghana. Selection cards were used, some of which got lost and denied the affected candidates the opportunity to be placed. Aggregates instead of raw scores were used, and it was difficult to determine between two candidates with the same aggregate who performed better.
In the exercise, all second cycle schools have been grouped into categories as follows. A. Senior high schools, 4 categories, namely A, B, C, D, depending on available facilities, and that is single-sex boarding and day. B, technical institutions, and C, private schools.
We have these categories based on the subscription, that is, the number of candidates who choose these schools. We have some schools that we term top schools. And these are the schools that normally you have over-subscription. You have too many candidates choosing these schools. And these schools are in category A. We advise that candidates would pick their choices over the number of categories that we have. But with category A, it is only one choice of school that you can make there.
Another very important aspect of the school's selection and placement exercise, which is emphasized, is the guidance and counseling sessions provided by schools to help parents access the performances of their wards before making choices. Parents are advised to avail themselves to the services offered by the guidance and counseling officers to determine the best program for their wards by which the choice of the right school can be made.
We are very much aware that the government provides the congenial atmosphere for both teaching and learning to take place. It therefore behoves on all of us, all stakeholders, to ensure that they prepare the candidates very, very well. If they don't, they will be caught on the wrong foot. And so we are saying that in order to ensure that you bring out the full potential of every individual, we all have a role to play, and this role or these roles must be played properly.
Medina natamato. Meduma me yen da mechu kelole. Na kelole na me yen me ma onsu kwan wo member we education ho. Wo be fia wo bwam mo so me ma we education ni hia ma pa wa disua ni hia msi kelole. Mo hwede wo be fi school baba wo be didi. Wo wi a we sua wa ye wo homework. Ma mo hwede homework no wa ye ansa na metu. Ne da minti. Result in a banner, your question, not computer, and then me banner to be open. The first choice of choosing ne presec or nine. Timambe, me could choose camobia. Nine them require banding board in the prospectus, mamma cockle and school fees, and the more them to Tomelia.
The Cssps selection and placement exercise operational features, unlike the manual system, make it the best selection and placement system into senior high and technical as well as vocational institutions. Selection is done mainly on merit, and the computer places all candidates into their first choice schools using the ranking order of merit for every school selected.
The most important thing I work on going there. On a young baby, why doing the ones we choose to school, computer and the book. Until them, so Banam pass well, computer not to baby out. So pass well a baby or baby. The first choice computer. It's a yanana ya my yamban what I said, or they open no more than no trap fine.
The computerized school system is an improved system of selecting children to the senior high school. Hitherto, we're doing it manually. Heads of the institution will gather at a place, but now it's computerized, and to us, it's a better alternative.
We of CHAS, we depend on the report from the Cssps. So my appeal to CHAS members is that they must also admit those who have been brought to them based on the declaration of vacancies that they made before the list was sent to them.
It is important that the general public understands the whole Cssps concept. For the candidates, I will advise them to know their strengths and weaknesses. They should not follow their friends. What we have seen is that some of them choose particular programs because their friends have chosen those programs.
The concept of the BECE as a two-pronged exercise under the Cssps selection and placement exercise is without doubt the best option for the school selection program, and all stakeholders like parents, students, teachers, and other stakeholders will endeavor to carry out their responsibilities. Remember, your ward's placement in any particular school is determined by his or her performance at the BECE, available vacancies and choices made.
Now, this is it. The computerized school selection and placement exercise itself is beginning. How ready are you and your ward?
We are all